Anyways, this is the room of Queen Gohma. And if you may recall in the first Zelda game I LP'd back in March, there was a boss named Gohma. And it pretty much is like this one, although the eye kind of plays a much more wide open role instead of opening and closing. It's the color of the eye this time that really matters, instead of the opening and closing of it. When the eye is turned red, that's the point of it being open. But when it's the that color right now, it's not gonna work. Wait for it to turn red again. Come on. Yeah, I think the targeting in the Virtual Console version is a little bit flawed. And oh yeah, that sound effect you heard after I just defeated it, you'll hear that with, like, almost every boss. I mean, why can't they just administer different sound effects for each boss? Oh, and I'm so close to that thing right there. Back when I first played this, or even in my early days of playing it, I always had this fear of getting sucked into that portal right away before I even had a chance to grab that heart container. It hasn't really happened to me, but I think there have been a few times where it came like just an inch or two away from it. I'm like, I still want to get that heart container. Well done, Beth. Yep. That concludes Inside the Great Deku Tree. Pretty basic dungeon, but dungeons are only going to get tougher. I mean, that's what you got to expect in games like this anyway. Now I have yet more to tell ye. Wouldst thou listen? Yes. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse on me. And how he's riding his horse through those flames, I have no idea. Although, pretty much an evil man of power anyway. Vile sorceress powers. In his search for the sacred realm. For it is in that sacred realm the one will find the divine relic. The Triforce. Do you recall the Triforce? Now, if you listen to this music was the one that kind of really got me into the series. I mean, when you hear music like this, you just feel so... You almost feel like you're in a sanctuary. Just think about it. But anyways, these three goddesses right here. Really vital into how this game goes. But they're the ones that really created the Earth. Din, with her strong flaming arms, cultivated land. Then there's Naru. Porter wisdom. Pretty much with the saying of, let there be light. And then there's Ferori, who gives life. And then they all combine together to make what is called the Triforce, right there. Now, in the very first Zelda game, there were only two triangles. One of them was called power, the other was called wisdom. The other one is called courage. That one was introduced, I believe, in the game either in Zelda 2 or A Link to the Past. I can't remember which one. I've never really played through those games to the fullest extent, but this is the one where I just really learned about how the Triforce began and everything, but not really all those kinds of things. Let me see. But yeah, the Triforce of Wisdom in the first game, that was the one where Zelda herself split into 8 pieces and had to gather each piece in each dungeon. This time that's not the case in this game. It's just more like trying to protect the Triforce. And we get a stone. Rewarding type of stone, that is. But it is very valuable. And it's called the Kokiri's Emerald, spiritual stone of the forest, entrusted to us by the great Deku Tree. Very simple. Future depends upon thee, Beth. Thou art courageous. And yeah, look at how slow that's being typed. Yeah, you can tell he's just pretty much done for. Yeah, that just looks really saddening to watch. Good Hyrule Castle. One more look at him before you go. And no, yeah, this Mido, when you first see him, then he goes invisible. Then when you come up to him, he pretty much appears again. Is that just a glitch in this game, or is it just something really weird? And if you could see, he kind of faded out right there again. Although, I think I kind of came up to him at a little badder point, where it was kind of difficult to see it. Anyways, this is the way to go. Oh, you're leaving? Yeah. Yeah, we haven't really talked to Saria, especially in the beginning of the game. I knew that you would leave the forest someday, because you are different. Wish I could know how different, though. Yes, we'll be friends forever. Want you to have this ocarina. But yeah, she doesn't say the words of time in it, though, so this ain't necessarily the Ocarina of Time. That's not till much later on in the game. A memento from Saria. No, yeah, using it is pretty much self-explanatory. But as far as the songs, those can be just gotta work on memorizing them. Hope you'll think of me and come back to the forest. Yeah, that is a key theme. Yeah, kind of takes a few back steps and then just really dashes off. I just feel like that's a little bit rude. I mean, I think he should have just slowly turned around and just really walks out a little bit slower. I think that would have been a little bit more polite. Now, normally I really would call every file I do Link, but I just really wanted to call myself Beth just for the dedication to 3 great friends of mine. Look up here. Yeah, this guy is also about as annoying as Navi the Fairy. But he does give out very useful tips. Go straight this way and you will see Hyrule Castle. Meet a princess there. If you are lost, don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you've explored will be shown on the map. Yeah. When I paused, there were all these kinds of sub-screens. I don't really rely on the map sub-screens so much. But yes, we did get all that. See you around. And oh yeah, this is the one challenge for when you first do an adventure. You have to race to the castle before it gets dark. Because every minute of the day is like every second, pretty much. Or every half a second. Anyways, we're about to reach the castle, but can we reach it before it gets really dark? It'll be officially dark once the the owls start hooting. But I think I should be fine. Gonna keep rolling just to be on the safe side. Oh yeah, we made it. And I think I made it just before it became nighttime. In what's called the, just the Hyrule Castle Market. There is a very important character to meet right here. Over here. Your clothes, they're different. You're not from around here, are you? Of course not. Pretty long ellipsis right there. Name is Malon. Dad owns Lon Lon Ranch. He went to the castle to deliver some milk and hasn't come back yet. Why not? That just sounds really weird. That's the way to the castle. But I'm gonna back out for just 1 second just to make it officially nighttime here. And then go back in. Get some singing from that Malon girl right there. The princess is inside that castle, but be careful not to get caught by the guards. So yeah, a lot of stealthing comes into play very early on in this game. The time stands still while you're in Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. If you want time to pass normally, you'll need to leave town. Yeah, there's areas in the game where the time just moves, but also places where it just stands still. You'll find that out much later on. Anyways, talking to Malon again. Would you mind finding my dad at the castle? He must have fallen asleep somewhere. What a thing for an adult to do. Well, most of us watching this are adults, so we all gotta sleep. If you'll look for him, I'll give this to you. Been incubating this egg very carefully. You got a weird egg. Yeah. We'll go ahead and equip it right now. Whoops. Didn't mean to skip a lot of that text, but it's pretty much... the egg pretty much explained itself. Now it's all about just trying to reach the castle without getting caught by the guards. When I first did it, I always thought this was the only way to go, but there's a guard standing right there. And he's just gonna throw me out. And I thought this was another way to enter, but you still got guards right there. But the ultimate way to go through is this way. And it's just so weird. Like, how could they really not see or even hear me back there? No, it just beats me. And then, to really get past more guards, you pretty much have to go on this. The rough surface. But it looks so flat where you can't really climb on bricks when they're that flat. They're not sticking out. You collect money in this moat. A chicken hatched from the egg you were incubating. Miracle of life. Yep. That's pretty much it. Anyways, back here. Malon's dad. Welcome, our ranch is so fun. Come on, look around. Well, you're not at the ranch, though. And I can't believe it's this chicken that wakes him up instead of that, rooster that, hatched at the start of dawn. Anyways, let's get a little chit-chat with him. And his name is Talon, which rhymes with Malon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. Went to the castle to deliver some milk, sat down here to rest, and I guess I fell asleep. Malon was looking for me. Messed up bad. She's really gonna let me have it. Yeah, if you see how he runs like that, it's just really hilarious. He may be good at delivering milk, but he's also good at delivering ways to get into the castle. And this is the one way. Takes quite a while, but it's well worth it. But I still gotta make it in there before nighttime falls. Or else it'll be pretty much irrelevant. And also, if you're wondering about this project, I pretty much have a good schedule of how it's gonna go. I intend for this to be a 10-week, 50-episode project. I really feel like I can do it that way.